Hi there, this is JC De Guzman for our daily top 5 gainers and top 5 losers analysis for September 5, 2019. This is in preparation for the last trading day of the week, Friday, tomorrow. So let me start this with setting up expectations. Number one, this video is for short-term trading purposes only. Short-term trading purposes. Number two, if you are interested in trading any of these 10 stocks that you're about to hear from me, and if it so happens that they begin at a price lower or higher than the dominant range that you are yet to see, make sure that you post a request for that particular stock's latest trade and volume distribution and through market sentiment charts inside the private clients forum. And number three, before you do a test buy, make sure that you are satisfied with your reward to risk ratio. And of course, the 10 smack D combo should be valid, ideally speaking, and the momentum power indicator must be bullish. Okay? If you attended the Evergreen Strategy in Trading the Philippine Stock Market seminar, I taught you that you can preempt or skip the validation of the 10 smack D combo provided the momentum power indicator is bullish. And what's the second one? If you regard yourself as an experienced and a disciplined trader. Okay, remember that those two things, they are in lessons number 2 and 3 on your handouts. Let's begin with my proprietary way of doing technical analysis so that I can give you my overall sentiment and recommendations for these 10 stocks, beginning with MPI. MPI closed today at 5.23. It broke above the previous resistance at 5.09, making that level as its immediate support. Resistance is now at 5.54. So foreign investors registered a net foreign buying worth 43.4 million pesos today. The 10 smack D combo is valid, and I'd like to emphasize how I like the perfect bullish alignment of the three simple moving averages. See this? RSI is in the neutral territory. It's upward sloping. It's quite distant from the classical overbought level. Risk level remains low. It remains low, which is a good thing, a good combination with the perfect bullish alignment of the three simple moving averages. The upward momentum is not yet very strong. ADX is still at 18.6%, but the positive DMI is hovering the negative DMI. With respect to the closing price of 5.23, the dominant range is between 5.16 to 5.25. All in all, it's a bullish momentum power indicator. The mood of the top 10 brokers today was neutral. They were neutral. Take a look at this 41%. 41% of all participating brokers today registered 100% selling activity on MPI. So, eyes on your trailing stop loss, and do not forget to do an upward adjustment on your trailing stop loss every time the prevailing price registers a higher price than the, of course, previous price. Now, if you have MPI, it's either you hold your position or you top up within the dominant range. You have a data-driven reason to top up. If you're going to enter a new position, it's an attractive reward to risk ratio since the last price is a lot closer to the intraday, no, not intraday, but to the immediate support than the immediate resistance. Therefore, it gives you a better potential reward than your potential risk. So you can go ahead also by doing a test buy within the dominant range if you are interested in trading MPI for short-term trading purposes. Okay? Make sure that you are that you quickly activate your trailing stop loss should things go south, especially when signs of a weakening upward momentum are spotted, such as when the momentum power indicator becomes bearish. Do not forget to adjust the percentage of risk applied in calculating your trailing stop loss when signs of a weakening upward momentum are present. Nonetheless, I am bullish on MPI overall. Next, PHA. This stock closed today at 0.63, support is at 0.47, resistance is at 0.78. Foreign investors registered a net foreign buying worth 971,000 pesos. It's an insignificant amount for me. As far as the, in relative to the participation of the foreign brokers among other stocks. Nonetheless, the 10 SMACD combo remains valid. It has been valid since August 29. So if you are strictly following our buying strategy, you should have already positioned, of course, if you are monitoring PHA, when you should have you could have entered a new position on PHA last August 29. If it's in your radar, if it's in your watch list. I taught you during the Evergreen seminar that you should only maintain 3 to 5 stocks in your watch list. Now, RSI is in the neutral territory. It's still quite distant from the classical overbought level. Risk level is extremely high. Newbie investors or newbie traders, this is not for you. This is not a newbie-friendly stock anymore. The upward momentum remains strong. Not really confirmed strong since I'm not going to accept the classical interpretation of the DMI and ATX in this case because, number one, PHA is still trading below the 200-day SMA. Okay? And that is in confluence with the resistance at 0.78. I would rather want to see PHA moving above 0.78 for me to accept this bullish classical interpretation of the DMI and ADX chart. Now, the dominant range of PHA today is between 0.61 and 0.63. All in all, that's a bullish momentum power indicator. But the top 10 players, their overall sentiment is in contrarian to that bullish sentiment or to that bullish momentum power indicator because we got a bearish true market sentiment for today. 30% of the participating brokers today registered 100% selling activity on PHA. So it seems that they're not that confident also to buy PHA closer to the resistance at 0.78 or anywhere higher than 0.63 or 0.65. They are taking things a few tenches at a time, so to speak. My overall sentiment as far as our 10 SMACD combo and momentum power indicator are concerned, technically this is a bullish position on PHA. Okay, just be very disciplined. If you already have PHA, you can go ahead and do a top up within the dominant range. If you don't have it and if you're planning to have it, you can also do a test buy within the dominant range provided you are satisfied with your reward to risk ratio. Reminder, it's not enough that the 10 SMACD combo is valid. It's not enough that the momentum power indicator is bullish. You should be satisfied with your reward to risk ratio before you punch that buy button, that test buy button. Overall, I'm still bullish on PHA. Alright, next. After PHA, we got KPPI. It closed today at 11.06. Support remains at 9.8. Resistance, it remains at 12.32. Both of which are in confluence with the 23.6% and 38.2% retracements, respectively, of the up Fibonacci. Foreign investors registered an insignificant amount of a net foreign selling worth 83,000 pesos on KPPI. Like what I mentioned in the previous video, for KPPI, I am not going to say anything about the other oscillators below the net foreign chart because it's not applicable in this case until KPPI registers its 30th trading day in the Philippine Stock Exchange. So let's move ahead to its trade and volume distribution chart with respect to the closing price of 11.06. The dominant range is between 10.7 to 11 pesos per share. So all in all, that's a bullish momentum power indicator. However, the top 10 brokers, all in all as well, is that they were adamant to buy, they were adamant to buy KPPI at a higher price, at a price closer to the intraday high. They got a neutral true market sentiment for today. True market sentiment, okay? Neutral. So my stance on KPPI is also neutral. Personally, I'm not interested in trading KPPI at its current state. I would rather trade other stocks that have uh, better daily volume compared to KPPI. Just observe, take a look at the daily volume of KPPI after August 23rd. People lose their appetite. People lose their appetite trading KPPI as you can see on the daily volume. Okay, so meaning to say I'm bearish on KPPI personally. Next, Bloom. Oops. Bloom closed today at 10.7. Support is at 9.32. Resistance is at 11.14. The 10 MACD combo is valid. RSI is in the neutral level. It's upward sloping, but still far from the classical overbought level. Risk level remains low. There's already a formation of a bullish convergence between the positive and the negative DMI. But as of the moment, the positive DMI is still trying to cross above the negative DMI. I mean to say, it's still moving below the negative DMI. All right. So the dominant range is between 10.6 to 10.7. That is closer to the intraday high than the intraday low. All in all, that's a bullish momentum power indicator. However, the true market sentiment is bearish for today. Meaning to say the top 10 brokers, the majority of them were not attracted enough, were not that attracted in terms of buying Bloom at a much higher price. Okay, so if you have Bloom, I suggest that you monitor your trailing stop loss. Anything can happen here. So there are no signs, there are no strong signs that Bloom can break above 11.14 as far as today's data are concerned. No strong evidence that can support that speculation or projection. So let's take things one day at a time. Eyes on your trailing stop loss, and if you'd like to top up, you have technical reasons to do that. Number one, your 10 MACD combo is valid and your momentum power indicator is bullish. And if you don't have Bloom, and if you'd like to trade Bloom, I think you're better off waiting for a pullback or for a breakout. You buy on breakout. At this point, the last candlestick is already a lot closer to the immediate resistance than the immediate support, and you know what that means. Yes? Alright, so next we got Web. Web closed today at 3.46. Support is at 3.23. Resistance is at 3.84. The 10 MACD combo is also valid. RSI is in the neutral territory, but it's upward sloping. No worries because it's still far from the classical overbought level. Risk level, on the other hand, is already what? It's already high. Newbies, this is not a newbie-friendly stock anymore. Let's double click on this one. I'm seeing a formation of a bullish convergence between the positive and the negative. Bullish convergence, or bullish convergence between the positive and the negative DMI, but I prefer to see Web at a price higher than 3.5 for this positive DMI to officially cross above the negative DMI. Okay, foreign investors registered a net foreign selling worth 423,000 pesos on Web. You can snub that. Not so high. So the dominant range with respect to the closing price of 3.46 is between 3.44 to 3.5. 3.44 to 3.5. For me, this is a lot closer to the intraday low than the intraday high. But since the lowest price, the intraday low today, is higher than yesterday's closing price, meaning to say, wherever the dominant range will position itself, whether in the toward the intraday low or closer to the intraday high, it's still going to be a bullish trade and volume distribution. So all in all, it's a bullish momentum power indicator. But the top 10 players are contrarian. they registered a bearish true market sentiment today. So eyes on your trailing stop loss. That bearish true market sentiment does not support the idea that there's a strong conviction for the traders to push the price closer to the intraday, no, not intraday, but to the resistance at 3.84. So eyes on your trailing stop loss. Don't forget to do an upward adjustment whenever applicable. If you wish to do to top up, you can still do that within the dominant range. If you're planning to enter a new position, make sure that you are satisfied first with your reward to risk ratio before you hit the buy button, and don't buy at any random price. Do it within the dominant range, just in case. I strongly recommend that you be active in our private clients forum by requesting for your favorite stocks latest trade and volume distribution analysis and true market sentiment, because that will help you decide. That will help you come up with a data-driven decision for yourself relative to your risk tolerance and personality in trading. Okay, so all in all, it's a bullish sentiment for web. Next, NIKL. All right, here you go. NIKL. It closed today at 4.5. It failed to break above the resistance at 4.9. Pretty strong one, we can say. The support is at 3.87. Again, resistance is at 4.9. It closed today at 4.5. The 10-MACD combo is still valid because of the exaggerated ascent in price of NIKO. Okay, but take a look at this. Foreign investors have laid low already. They have laid low already. Why? They only registered a net foreign buying worth 14.31 million pesos today, compared to the what? 9-digit, compared to the 9-digit net foreign, no, not 9-digit, but 8, or not. I'm starting to get confused here. Yeah, 9-digit worth of net foreign buying compared to the previous trading days. So they have laid low already. So they have, it seems that they have stepped on the brake pedal, so to speak. So RSI is already above and beyond the classical overbought level. So it seems that they translated that as a signal to lock in profits for now, at least for now. Risk level is extremely high. This is another non-newbie friendly stock. So the dominant range with respect to the closing price of 4.5 is between 4.5 to 4.7. So all in all, this is a bearish momentum power indicator, and the mood of the top 10 brokers seems to agree with that, because we got a bearish true market sentiment for today. All in all, technically speaking, there are no more signals to top up, no signal yet to enter a new position. Therefore, as far as today's data are concerned, there are no buy signals. Therefore, I'm already bearish on NIKL. Okay? Your trailing stop loss, don't forget to realize your profits once it gets hit. Next, FNI, another mining company. Just like NIKL, it also dropped today from yesterday's what was the closing price yesterday? 1.88. From yesterday's closing price of 1.88 to today's closing price of 1.69. Support is at 1.67. Just 2 fluctuations away from breaking below. Resistance is at 1.86. Foreign investors registered a net foreign buying worth 16.17 million. The 10-MACD combo is still valid, but that's just simply because of the exaggerated ascent in price of mining stocks a few days ago. Historical volatility gives FNI an extremely high risk level. This is not for you newbies. This is no longer for you. Risk, the dominant range is between 1.69 to 1.75. All in all, this is a bearish momentum power indicator. But the top 10 players are contrarian. They bought the dips. Did they? I think they did. 44% of the participating brokers today registered 100% buying activity on FNI. Let's see. Let's see if FNI will respect the support at 1.67 on Friday. Let's see. So if you still have FNI and if your trailing stop loss has not been hit yet, hold your position but don't top up yet. Just hold your position, don't top up yet. Did you get that? Now, if you are planning to enter a new position, don't be too quick. Just because you saw a bullish true market sentiment, that does not necessarily mean that you should translate that as a buy signal. Remember, the momentum power indicator is still bearish. So wait for the first few minutes of trading tomorrow. If you got a bullish momentum power indicator, by all means, do a test buy if you are satisfied with your reward to risk ratio. Okay? But for now, remember those pieces of advice that I have given you. Next, we got RLC. It closed today at 24.3. Support is at 22.05. Resistance is at support actually is there's a better support than what I initially mentioned. So a better support is somewhere at 24.05. 24.05 in confluence with the 38.2% extension of the up Fibonacci. Resistance is at 26.15. Foreign investors registered a net foreign selling worth 48.3 million pesos. The 10 SMACD combo is no longer valid. Oh, unfortunately, it's no longer valid. RSI is in the neutral territory, but it's downward sloping. Risk level remains moderate. And the negative DMI is already hovering the positive DMI. The downward momentum is getting stronger. The dominant range is between 24.3 to 24.85. All in all, it's a bearish momentum power indicator, not a buy signal. The mood of the top 10 players today is neutral. It's neutral. So let's see if the support at 24 will be respected. Let's see. Let's continue. But as far as today's price action is concerned, if you have RLC, and if the current price has not hit your trailing stop loss yet, hold your position. If it registers another red candlestick tomorrow within the first 30 minutes of trading, it's better for you to adjust the percentage of risk applied in calculating your trailing stop loss. If it hits your trailing stop loss, then sell by all means, but don't top up. Okay? If you're planning to enter a new position, no, hold that plan for now until you see a bullish momentum power indicator. That's why it's important that you take advantage of your access in our private clients forum by requesting for those 2 charts for every stock that you're interested to trade. Okay, so there you go for RLC. Next, Cebu Pacific. It closed today at 94.8. Support is at 93. Resistance is at 98.3. It's still trading inside the uptrend channel, in fairness. But the 10 SMACD combo is no longer valid. Foreign investors registered a net foreign selling worth 4.9 million pesos today. RSI is in the neutral territory, but it's downward sloping. Risk level remains low, but the negative DMI is above the positive DMI. But nonetheless, again, it's still trading inside the uptrend channel. But as far as our strategy is concerned, let's see here. The dominant range is between 94.5 to 95.05. All in all, that's a bearish momentum power indicator, not a buy signal, not a top-up signal. Remember those words. The true market sentiment is neutral, so no signs of aggressive intention to buy it higher or to take advantage of the dips. So same thing. I'm not going to advise you to top up. I'm not going to advise you to enter a new position until we get a bullish momentum power indicator for Cebu Pacific. So check it out tomorrow. All right. So next we got. This is the last stock in today's video. Yes, it is. We got APC. It closed today at 0.57. Support is at 0.49. Resistance is at 0.63. The 10 SMACD combo is no longer valid. RSI is in the neutral territory, but it's downward sloping too. Risk level is already high. This is not a newbie friendly stock. And volume does not look good to me as well. So personally, I'm not interested in trading this APC. Okay. Now, the dominant range is between 0.58, 0.57 all the way to 0.59. All in all, it's a bearish momentum power indicator, and the true market sentiment agrees to that because it's a bearish TMS as well. Overall, I'm bearish already on APC. If your trailing stop loss has not been hit yet, I suggest that you reduce the percentage of risk applied in calculating your trailing stop loss, because there's already a sign of a weakening upward momentum, and that's the bearish momentum power indicator. And if you're planning to enter a new position, push back from that plan. Don't continue that plan. Alright, so you've heard my technical analysis for these 10 stocks. Let me invite you once again to attend the Evergreen Strategy in Trading the Philippine Stock Market Seminar. Trading and investing, it applies as well to long-term investing. The lessons that I'm going to teach you applies whether you do short-term trading or long-term investing. This coming September 28th, last Saturday of the month in Makati, October 26 in Davao, and November 23 in Cavite. So register as early as you can so you can catch your discounted ticket within this week. Again, my name is JC De Guzman. I wish you a profitable and a disciplined last trading day of the week. Bye for now.